Welcome to Softcore History.
Welcome back to Softcore History. I'm your host for the week, Dan Regester. And I'm joined, as always, by Jake Goldman.
What's up?
Hey,
What's
buddy.
up, man?
It's almost your birthday.
It's almost my birthday is Friday. That's true. You just had your birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Old fuck.
I know.
You're so much older than me.
I know.
Whole 6 fucking days, dude.
I need to get your blood.
Yeah, man. I can be your blood boy.
Mm-hmm.
You got to pay for it, though.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that can be my part-time
But only
gig.
for like the next 5 days.
Yeah, you need my 30-year-old blood to
Right.
infuse into your 31-year-old blood so you can be
To
30
stay
and a half.
young.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm also joined by Rob Fox.
You want my blood?
No. Do I want to? I feel like you have so many problems, so many health issues.
I'm healthy as a horse. Are you fucking kidding
Not
me?
a chance.
Just walking into the
Completely
glue
healthy.
factory, healthy as fuck.
I was the only one that was completely asymptomatic with COVID, or it kicked your ass a lot more than it kicked my ass.
Oh, because I couldn't taste food.
Yeah, bitch. You bitch ass tongue.
I've also had COVID like 3 times.
Yeah. I'm healthy as a horse. Every time I go into the doctor, they take my blood. I'm like, this is it. This is the time they tell me something's fucked. And they're like, oh, yeah, you're great. You're good to go.
Just keep drinking.
All my grandparents lived into their fucking 90s and shit. Dude. Like, I'm just like, I have the like smoker genetics, right?
You
Whereas,
should
like,
pick up smoking as well, yeah.
take it back up. I mean, I smoked in college.
Some
like
type of nicotine product so we can get sponsored by them.
Mm-hmm. I smoke cigars still.
The fuck do you think I'm doing over here?
It's true.
I consume more nicotine than most people, probably.
Well, you consider yourself a stand-up comedian, right? So you have to have the Escobar or the vapes.
Oh, man. It is weird. The Escobar is, like, all over that crowd of people.
Yeah.
That and, like, it just...
It's required, actually.
Imagine, like, if you ever want to know what it's like at open mic, just imagine a bunch of people hitting fat, girthy vapes and talking about pro wrestling. That's it.
They talk about pro wrestling?
It is so fucking common,
I need
dude.
to go to
That's
a
like
comedy
the
show.
new, like, kind of hipster thing.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Seems like stolen valor of my people.
Yeah, because it's redneck. And they're like doing it ironically, but
Yeah,
then they
like
stop doing it
mullets.
ironically.
Like mullets.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
It was ironic and now it's not.
Yeah, I spent a good part of my childhood and teenage years trying to become a professional wrestler.
How did you fail at that?
It was backyard wrestling
I know, but like I feel like you should have succeeded at that.
and working some like local house shows.
I was kind of hoping, like, there's got to be a skit out there where it's like, or we need to make it at least, where there's a WWE talent scout and he
Yeah.
just goes to shitty backyards in fucking Delco.
Well, that is kind of Fighting My Family or whatever. They were like with Florence Pugh and fucking shit. Like, and it's like The Rock is in it. It's all about like it's whatever. But
Yeah,
it's
I
a
mean,
fine movie. But it's
it wasn't
not
necessarily
worth explaining any more than I already
Always
have.
Yeah, it's already
backyards.
too
It was also VFWs that they would run out.
Hell
And
yeah.
you could rent the ring by the hour.
That's cool.
Yeah,
You
this
kinda
is
build out the
exactly
ring.
Fighting
And,
with My Family was like it's like low level wrestling, and they get discovered and they try out for the WWE. Blah blah
Oh,
blah.
okay, cool.
It's like a
Nothing-
PG-13 comedy.
Oh, so there's no IP anymore. IP just doesn't exist. There's no
Yeah,
original
if you
IP.
had an idea, it's been done.
God damn it.
But yeah, how's everybody's weekend? Rob, you got a little rock Saturday.
Watermelon margaritas go down smooth.
How many did you have? I got to say like 10.
I would
10 or
say
more.
maybe 12.
It was
to
double
13.
digits. Yeah.
Yeah. It's 10 or more for sure.
He had 13 for Friday the 13th.
Yeah, I took down a bunch of those. Plus, 2 people bought me beers. The best part about that whole night though was that Bach paid for everything.
Oh, nice.
I paid for some stuff.
You paid. I paid. I didn't pay for anything.
He paid for quite a bit though.
Yeah,
He paid for
I
like,
only-
because his wife works for Amazon, and that's all I'll say. But she makes a lot of money, and he was just like, "It's on her.
yeah.
It's on her." She like just got the job.
He does fine.
He also does fine, but she does like. No, he does well,
right.
and she does
Well,
much more well
Nobody
than him.
cares about Bach.
Anyway, so I didn't pay for a single watermelon margarita.
It's the
That's
story
all I'm saying.
of Rob's fucking life, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like
Not
the
his
Patreon
life, but
it's just like
it's-
the Patreon episode. We're just making references that no one gets.
Look,
No.
I'm just skipping through life, sipping free watermelon margaritas.
It's cheat code.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Living
Rob's on another
living
level,
to my
dude.
90s.
I only want Jake to pay for everything now that he's unemployed.
Well,
Jake
speaking
was
of
like,
that-
it's on Texas.
Yeah. No,
on
yeah.
the state, baby.
Yeah. I was like, let you get us some drinks because you're all paying for this through your taxes. So, yeah, no, it's all on the state for a little bit, guys. I'm unemployed. But more importantly, Dan talking about picking up the tab. We have a little hot boy contest we have to finish.
Yeah. We'll take your photo after the show.
Yeah.
We'll throw it up on our Instagram and then just say like Jake or Dan.
Yeah. Maybe I can
no kind of rhyme or reason to the question, just Jake or Dan.
just vote. No, I'm unemployed, and whoever wins whoever loses has to pay for our Lonesome Dove meal next Friday.
Also, shouts to Gigi. I believe she sent a gift card.
Oh, hell yeah.
In the mail.
Yeah.
Shout out to GGT for helping out Rob with
She
the
got me
baby
a pack
stuff.
and play on my fucking for the kid. She's the best.
We love you guys. We fucking
We
love
have
our
some
fans.
good listeners.
Yeah.
I mean, most of you are good listeners. Some of you,
You know who you are.
you're not great.
Yeah.
I mean,
Several people who I personally reached out to and demanded they buy something for my baby did not do it.
there's plenty of you that reach out
And you
to
know who
us.
you are.
Did you dox them?
I will. We'll have a whole episode, the history of people who fucked me over, and I just read their addresses.
It's the pettiest episode
Yeah.
of all time. This motherfucker on 418.
I mean, some of you are selfish, right? You listen to the episodes, but you don't tell friends about the podcast. You don't leave reviews. I mean, we see the numbers. We see the amount of reviews that have been left.
Yeah, and I understand that you're embarrassed to listen to this, but we're embarrassed to do it.
Yeah, if you do a podcast, you should be embarrassed.
Yeah.
Right?
So look, we're in the same boat, guys, and I tell people to listen to it all the time.
I do too. We do. You told someone on Saturday night to listen, and he said he would.
Yeah.
Now, when I go out, I just tell people I'm in media. It's kind of
But that just
broad.
sets them up for further disappointment.
Yeah.
Why don't you just disappoint them up front and say podcasting? Because you're like, I'm in media. And they're like, oh, what? And you're like, podcasting. And then so you send them up, and then down. Like instead, it's just they're already on a plateau where they barely care and then go
Well,
down.
the minute you tell them podcast, they just leave.
I know, but you need to get to that sooner.
Yeah.
Because you draw them in closer with the media.
Podcasting really is the tower of terror of explaining what you are. Just media shit down. I've been trying to think of a way to spin it for a resume. So far, I've been really able to whitewash it really nicely.
Yeah.
It's like producing niche, hyper-focused media content to a hyper-engaged audience.
Yeah, just do what everyone with only a high school degree says and put entrepreneur.
Dude, I'm fucking grinding.
You're
Yeah.
not even ready for what I'm about to do.
Good morning, haters.
King status.
Yeah. Fucking keep that thing on me.
There is a lot of haters out there.
It's mostly haters.
But they better be your what? Motivators.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, but I feel like we're probably rightfully hated
Oh,
for what we do.
No one hates us.
Actually, yeah, that's not even true. We don't even have that.
Only that one guy that didn't like the IDF joke.
And you weren't even here for that episode.
I know.
Yeah, so.
Couldn't even defend myself. Maybe he's right.
Today, boys, we got a very important topic that we're going to cover.
Okay.
Super serious. It was
A lot of serious stuff going on.
instrumental in world history. Many say it changed
The game?
changed the game. It changed Canada for, I guess, the better.
I mean, look at it now.
Look at Canada now. It's thriving, isn't it, guys?
Sure.
Of course, you know what I'm talking about. It's the biggest moment in Canadian history.
Maybe accurate.
It's the Toronto Circus Riot of 1855.
This is just a culmination of all Dan's favorite things. Brawls, Canada.
What else?
That's
Circus.
it. That's
Okay.
it.
Freaks.
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 Oh, freaks. Yes,
Freaks,
of course.
yeah.
It's
Freaks.
really freaks
I thought that
is
was
what
covered
we're-
in the Canada part, but yeah.
We're getting back to our core here. Really, we shouldn't be called softcore history. We should just be circus history. How many episodes have we done on the circus?
A lot.
3 to 5.
This is at least 4 because we did P.T. Barnum and Topsy.
Yeah.
We did the history of jesters. We did.
Getting a little loose with that, but sure.
That's circus-esque.
What's a
Circus-
jester but a
circus
clown?
adjacent. Yeah.
Yeah. Come on. It's the lead up. It's the trilogy. The
Just
prequels.
maybe we just relate with that
Oh,
performer.
we're all clowns. Dan.
Send in the clowns.
What is that?
It's a
Krusty
song.
the Clown. Krusty the Clown.
Yeah, I mean, it's a song before that, but it's famously
famous
in
for Krusty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in The Simpsons.
Inside
Great
Show
episode.
Bob. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're talking Toronto Circus Riot of 1855. There are plenty of clowns.
And as we
in this.
learned in previous circus episodes, the circus in the 19th century, there are no rules.
No. Sure
Like,
aren't.
think about how just like grizzled and terrifying a carny looks today in the 21st century, and then dial it back to when slavery was legal in America. Like that's how far back we're going today.
Yeah, that nicotine-addled, leather-skinned carny operating the ride.
Yeah.
150 years ago was a dude in clown face just nursing a heroin addiction that was completely legal and fine.
It's just, these people are like, they're still the derelict sort of like gypsy travelers of the day or something like that. But it's just like, even for the 1850s, they were like rough.
Just to give you some context.
These are people that had no other option in 1855.
Right.
Like,
Which is,
that's a desperate person.
yeah.
It's an
Not
incredibly
great.
desperate
It's
person.
not great.
When we were in middle school one time, we paid a carny $20 to eat a goldfish from one of the games, and he did it.
Did you really?
Yeah.
That's so funny.
And that, now imagine that 150 years ago.
Right. I mean, but it's also funny that you children identified that
170
you were
years ago.
already this man's economic better. You
You're already
you
looking down on him,
identified
yeah.
as a young child. You were like, I am a class above him. Hey,
Eat this goldfish.
poor freak.
That's not what I'm
Eat
saying.
this fucking fish.
I didn't say poor freak.
You did, though.
I didn't,
But you did.
in a way.
In a very nonverbal way.
I mean, what, you going to beat the dog for what it did as a puppy? Come on, man.
I think it's funny, so it's fine.
Yeah, it was 12. Who cares?
I did plenty of shittier things than that as a 12-year-old.
Yeah. I mean, he could have said no.
He could have. We're stripping this man of his agency.
Yeah, exactly.
Much as you did.
I didn't strip him of shit. I gave him $20.
Oh, I'm sorry. You stripped him of his dignity, not his...
You gave him a choice, and he went with the option that, had no dignity.
I'm sorry, what? Free market? Are you guys communists? Because I heard
Right.
I was making a job. What did you guys do? in
were
that
a job-
situation?
you were
Actually,
a
let's
job
do the math
creator,
on this. It really only takes 1 second to swallow a goldfish, right? So you paid him $20 for 1 second of work.
Times 60, that's 120.
No, 20 times 60 is 1,200.
Yeah, well,
Oh, yeah.
you're not going to be able to
Times
eat 60 goldfish.
60 again for a minute
A goldfish a second
equals
is-
72. You paid him $72,000 an hour
That's not a realistic
to eat a goldfish.
Not a realistic time frame.
Not with that attitude.
Just
Just fucking grind. Entrepreneurship.
grind. Yeah, this man needs to get on his grind.
Okay. So in July of 1855, a U.S. traveling show from New York called S.B. Howe's Star Troupe, Menagerie and Circus.
Menagerie. I told
Menagerie.
you how to pronounce it
Yeah.
like literally 10 minutes ago.
I was never going to get it right.
Born to
Came
die, baby.
to the rough but growing frontier town known as Toronto, Canada.
Really? In the 1850s?
Population 40,000.
Damn. Okay.
Pretty big for that time. Not huge, but it's... I'm sure New York's population was probably like 10x that, but...
S.B. Howe was one of the first organized circuses to tour city to city and bring along live tigers, elephants, giraffes, lions, and the most untamed animals of them all, clowns.
Yes.
Fact.
With 152 taverns, 203 booze shops, and an unspecified but ungodly amount of brothels, this was not the place to send in the clowns.
It's one of the best lines you've ever written.
That's fucking gold.
After their performance on July 12th, a group of these face-painted hooligans decided it was time to hit the town. After already visiting plenty of bars and brothels during their stay, these clowns were starting to get a little too comfortable in town.
And again, think about this. Like, these are people who just need to drink away. First off, an alcoholic in the 1850s would make an alcoholic today look like a Mormon.
Yeah, these are hobos in makeup.
Yeah. I mean, these people are... And then their only work is as a clown.
Iron Mike Malloy
Right.
is
this
an alcoholic.
If he had a little bit more showmanship.
This,
Yeah,
this
if he was just-
predates Iron Mike Malloy by 80 years.
Damn.
So they made their way to Mary Ann Armstrong's social club. That night,
That's a great name for a brothel.
Mary Ann's was hosting another group of feral savages. Volunteer firefighters.
It was firefighters, one thing, volunteer.
Well, I put volunteer in quotations because they were essentially just people that, would go to a fire.
and steal
and be-
shit? Or what?
They were
they were-
looters with a hose.
They were criminals.
yeah.
Looters with a hose. Okay.
Firefighters in the 1800s, yes, they looted and they would essentially just hold buildings hostage.
Yeah, they would.
It's like gangs in New York.
It is literally
Okay.
like gangs in New York. They would, what is the word? Not embezzle. Extort you.
They would extort you.
They would extort you to put your fire out.
The longer we sit here and talk
Yeah.
about it, the less you're going to have.
Yeah, like come on, price is going up, your house is going down.
Supply and demand, really.
Yeah.
But actually reverse, because the less supply of house, the more demand you have. Like, your supply is getting lower by the second.
Look,
but
it's a capitalist endeavor.
Yep, because you see, at the time, city-operated, publicly funded fire departments did not exist. Instead, they were a bunch of privately run, for-profit companies in town who would rush to a burning building and try to get there first to negotiate a deal with the owner before putting out the flames.
And I think there's a lot of different things. Like they show it in Gangs in New York, where like the mayor, like a mayoral candidate, or no, it was the actual mayor was like leading a fire outfit, and that's to score like political points and stuff like that. But blah blah blah. But you know, he still let his boys loot.
If multiple fire units arrived to the scene at the same time, it was fairly common that fights would break out over who would get the job, and ironically costing everyone the gig because the place would just burn to the ground when they threw fists at each other.
Right. But they can still go in and get stuff.
Well, yeah. Yeah, it's not a total loss.
Right. The only people not losing are the firefighters.
nice.
Yeah.
That's just a free market. Again, I don't
Right.
know what we're talking about or joking about,
So
really.
the specific
Yeah.
company that was at Mary Ann's that night was the Hook and Ladder Firefighting Company.
Original.
I know. 2 weeks prior, the same group of hotheads got into a melee on Church Street with a rival unit. It was so violent that police were called and actually dragged into the brawl.
Of course they were.
The fight became
It's
known.
all. It's none of these people. None of these are real jobs.
Yeah.
Like these are all just people that just get called to go fight other people.
This fight became known as the Firemen's Riot. You can kind of look into that too, but we're not here to talk about that. We have a much, obviously,
Right.
crazier and
You like when you're playing epic,
Funnier
when you're
riot.
playing like a battle simulator game where you can just match up like X versus Y. You don't go like, ooh, I'm gonna do like American soldiers versus German soldiers. You watch a World War II battle. No, you're like, I want to watch this phalanx fight a million clowns. That's what I want to watch.
yeah. So you had a bunch of traveling, liquored up carnies and testosterone-fueled roughnecks who actively looked to fight, whether it be man or element, in a small building full of attractive women.
Right. So
What could go wrong?
they all had erections. Like it was just they're all horny and just ready to fuck and fight.
Dude, yes, they're naked or half naked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some might be in makeup as well.
I was about to say, do you think the clowns like go into the brothel full clown? They have to, right?
I'd like to imagine they do. I
That's-
don't care.
It's funnier that
refuse
way.
to imagine they don't.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's got to be that way. It's right. There's so many like horn-y
Yeah.
jokes and honker jokes there. We're just laden with them. We're rife.
Well, I like
Ready.
to think Rita is like a clown is shooting rope. Like he grabs a little like thing and also shoots his flower, his little water squirter flower, and so like she doesn't know where it's going, or which is which.
Clowns, classic misdirection
Yeah.
masters, right?
Yeah. I mean, really, clowning is it's a physical act of comedy.
right. It's true.
And it's like he has his two hands up, but all of a sudden another fist comes out from his chest and just hits you right in the face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want to fight a clown. Like, definitely a traveling circus clown.
No.
That's probably the most dangerous man that you could fight.
Right. You don't want to fight a man like that. A has nothing to lose,
No.
and B already like his only job is to like undignify himself in front of other people.
Which
Right.
is why you don't want to fight a podcaster either.
That's also our job. Yes.
Yeah. You don't want the smoke.
We'll die for content, and
That's right.
everything is content.
Everything is content.
Yeah.
It's just a prank, bro.
Yeah,
We're not prank guys.
we're not. Thank God.
Yeah.
We could be. Should we pivot?
The only
Softcore
remotely
pranks. Hey. Like just the hand buzzer.
Yeah.
Like softcore pranking. That's clowning too.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Just go full jackass.
I can't do that. I was
we
like
can't put our bodies through
crying
that.
laughing during the last Jackass movie, but also like, you guys, you're like 50. Like
The plexiglass with their penises.
That was great. That was great.
It was nonstop laughter.
yeah, that was fantastic because
Yeah.
that's not really.
Well, that's an option for you now, right? Since you're unemployed. Maybe just show your dick online.
You want me to do that?
Do an
so bad.
OF, yeah.
Yeah,
Come on.
start an OnlyFans. I'm sure you can get at least a dozen people.
I should just
Someone actually asked me for my birthday whether or not I had an OnlyFans.
I remember this.
They're like,
Yes.
do you want to crank it for me? I'm like, no, I don't.
Why not?
What do you think my OnlyFans angle should be? Like, what should I lean into to get more niche?
Cosplay.
Cosplay?
Yeah.
Cosplay is like your accountant.
Very basic cosplay. Just like super generic white guy.
Yeah. Hey, my name's Jeff. I work in IT.
I like that.
Yeah.
Just like a tucked in polo.
Yeah, tucked in polo. Maybe Geek Squad polo.
No, you don't want to go specific brand. You don't want to limit yourself.
Don't want to go C&D either.
That too.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think I could do the accountant. Yeah.
The accountant or a accountant? You don't want to be the accountant. You don't
A
wanna be-
accountant.
Yeah, a accountant. You're
An
not-
accountant,
you're
actually,
not
if
a
we're
hit-
going to be
You're not a hitman.
correct here. No, I'm not. Derailing it now.
I think you should
With
just
my-
beat off in drive-through lines and try to finish before you
And
get
then I
to
go,
the window.
that's a Whopper.
Yeah, you try to finish before you get to the window.
Yeah.
You have to start while you're ordering and finish by the time you get to the window.
And if you don't, you refund.
Yeah.
I
Whoever's
buy it for
watching
the car
videos.
behind me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pay it forward.
I pay forward.
Yeah.
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 Paying loads or paying forward.
That's what I want. I mean, obviously,
what you
there's-
want?
Yeah, obviously, there's some easy ones. Like you could jack off like 5 times in a Chick-fil-A line at fucking dinner time. You know what I mean? Like,
Especially
No,
around
they're
here.
way too efficient for you to do that.
nah, those lines are just too long.
It doesn't
is what I'm
matter.
saying. Whereas like Burger King, you have 20 seconds.
No. You could have 2 cars at Burger King. You're getting your food later than a 20-car line. at
I'm
Chick-fil-A.
gonna be like asked to pull up to the little parking spot to wait.
They'll be like, yeah, we just haven't made fries in 4 hours.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, no, you got to order a custom item too, so it takes longer.
Another easy one would be Sonic. Because they don't even like that. I feel like that would take a while, but there's so many cars just parked around.
I'm
you.
sorry, a Sonic is a rolling fucking felony. Like that's a 15-year-old on roller skates coming up and getting you arrested. Like
I'll be real. I tried to go to Sonic once, and they just never approached. Like,
you
they
press
ne-
a button.
I did. They just never came.
They don't come. You say it through the speaker, then you order and pay, and then they bring your food.
They
They
roll out.
didn't answer. Like the little
that's fine.
intercom, they just never answered.
Sounds like user error.
Yeah. Maybe you didn't speak into the mic right.
Well, we know that I never do that wrong. So,
Tell us more about these clowns, Dan.
stories vary on what started the altercation. Also, don't tell me where to lead the story. This is my episode, Jake.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Some versions blame a particularly loud, shit-talking clown.
Sure.
Some claim a dickhead fireman was messing with one of the clown's hats.
Sounds more accurate.
I'm sure the truth is somewhere in the middle of that.
Fucking hobo. Fuck you. What are you doing here? Where are you from? You little bitch. Take your makeup off. Like the clown talking. What does the clown have to talk shit about? Like, yeah.
No, the firefighter's talking shit to the clown.
I know, but you said there was another theory where the clown talked shit first.
That
Or
too.
he was just loud.
Oh, he was just loud? I
Yeah.
guess maybe, I could see him being loud.
Also, he's an entertainer, so he's probably making fun of the fireman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some actually claim that a clown tried to cut line.
Ooh.
Cuts a line into the whorehouse.
That I believe.
Well, to a specific whore, I guess.
Oh.
Yeah. Which I guess would be like the one thing you would want to cut in line for.
I don't want to go after a clown.
None of those firefighters did.
Dude, like a million little multicolored snakes are going to pop out of her. Like, what are you talking about? She could be pulling handkerchiefs out of her all night.
He's just going to pop out of her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he just slides out from under the bed. Like, oh.
Yeah.
Just the visuals of a clown in a brothel make me happy.
It's not making me sad. We need a
even like
Renaissance
clowns.
painter right now.
Do you
Just
think
like a clown in the brothel.
Yeah. Like if I saw a clown in a brothel, I'd be like, well, there's going to be one less person working in this brothel by the end of the night because she's dead.
Whatever set it off is still not confirmed, but a massive brawl between the two groups broke out in the brothel. It's documented the clowns kicked the shit out of the firefighters.
That's fucking embarrassing. But again,
bad.
though, I'm sure that these people fight like feral cats. You know what I mean? Like the firefighters are putting up their dukes or something
Yeah.
and are like, come on, boys. And the clowns are just like biting throats.
It's just like a rabid raccoon in clown makeup.
Yeah. Like
basically,
they didn't know what was coming.
Yeah. I'd be afraid of getting whatever the clowns had. That's why you don't fight with clowns, especially if they bite. Like, you're going to get Hep C.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
this is a cornered like animal situation with the clowns.
Yeah.
A rabid dog.
Even recently, wasn't it like 2016 where all those like sightings of clowns were going on?
Yeah.
What was it? That was just like a
think
guerrilla marketing for
deep-
it, right?
I think it was a guerrilla marketing venture for it that they abandoned when they realized it got weird.
Yeah.
Like, I think they were like, ooh.
Well, when they were getting copycats, and then the last thing you need is some like psycho putting on clown makeup and shooting some shit up.
Well,
or whatever.
someone stabbed someone in Denver.
Yeah.
There was a clown that I think stabbed someone in Denver.
Yeah,
and
that's all you need to have that not be to
That was not a
backfire
fun
completely.
summer.
To unaffiliate with that.
Yeah.
Just kept getting videos sent to us at Grand X, just like every other day. There was just another clown incident.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we don't want to bring that back.
No.
No. So the clowns kicked the snot out of the firefighters, sending multiple to the hospital and causing others to retreat from the building. The clowns,
Captured the brothel.
the clowns would celebrate by drinking and fucking in peace for the rest of the night, but the conflict was not over.
There's probably a really good pep rally. We're just let a bunch of clowns do that to us.
Yeah. What? I'm trying to even think of the right movie where they just like yell about, no, fuck, this is our house.
They should make this movie, like just remake Gangs of New York with the clowns.
Yeah.
Trademark.
Just Gangs of Toronto, really. Just these American clowns come up and just kick the absolute shit out of some firefighters.
Dibs.
Running through the six with my clowns, dude. At the time, most of Toronto's population was Irish immigrants who brought their politics and religious beefs with them. The city government was mostly Irish Protestants, members of the Orange Order, who mainly focused on keeping the Irish Catholics in order as second-class citizens.
So you've got like Northern Irish dunking on the good Irish.
That sounds like a clown fight in and of itself, doesn't it, boys?
They already had the red hair.
They would organize roving gangs, including firefighters and cops, to go around and beating up Catholics in the streets with utter impunity.
Sure. Yeah. Sounds right. Sounds right. How do you say your prayers? It's just like they just say something in Latin. Somebody accidentally like genuflects, and they're just like, "Get on, boys! Kill the papist." That's all I got.
Yeah, good.
But sounds accurate.
That's probably what happened.
I mean, Canada was British, so it makes sense. Was Canada even independent at this point?
1855?
Yeah.
Let me check that real quick.
It might have been like semi-independent, slightly autonomous. Well, but not really.
Toronto's in Ontario.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's British, yeah.
That can't be right.
What?
When did Canada get its independence, according to the computer, Dan?
Canada wholly independent in 1982. What?
Dude, that might be right. Because they never really...
Well,
it just
BC
kinda, like,
might have been British for a long time. I don't know.
They just kind of like faded out. Like accidentally. Like they ghosted each other.
Another day I'm seeing is 1867.
so it's still pre. Regardless,
Still
it's pre.
Yeah.
But still, it says wholly independent from Queen Elizabeth II on April 17th, 1982.
That's probably right.
It's probably like Newfoundland or BC or some shit like that.
Well, you can still be... It's just a whole... we don't
Yeah.
talk about it, but it's a whole fucking thing.
All right, so after getting their ass beat by the clowns, Hook and Ladder, who had many members in the Orange Order, gathered up reinforcements the next day on Friday the 13th.
So essentially, these people were like, hey, if you like kicking the shit out of Catholics, they're these fucking clowns. You're going to love clowns.
I fucking love it.
Yeah.
You know the things we demonize Catholics for being, clowns, like just
Yeah.
fucking idiots and hobos and scum. Well,
Yeah.
the thing we personify that with is here now. Also, Hook and Ladder just sounds like a dumb Skull and Bones.
It does.
Yeah.
But
That's all I got.
Yeah. But it's
I'll
like...
get more on
What
this.
about the Orange Order?
Orange Order sounds creepy.
Yeah. Like Black Hand.
That sounds like something that like it sounds Catholic, to be quite honest.
Yeah, well, the orange
Protestant,
part.
really.
Yeah.
The orange part has some sort of religious thing. Isn't there like an orange party or something like that in Ireland? Or
But that's like
Again,
Northern
these are
Irish
the
or Protestants.
Protestants.
Yeah,
These are
yeah.
not the
Protestants.
Catholics.
Orange has always been associated with Protestant Irish.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
So they gathered up reinforcements Friday the 13th, notified the police chief, who was also part of the Orange Order, on what they planned on doing, so he wouldn't intervene.
Be like, hey, just so you know, street is going to run red and white with clown blood and makeup. Just so you know.
Just so you know.
So maybe keep your boys home. We're going to handle it. Unless you want to come, since you're in the Orange Order, too.
You can join in.
Yeah.
You can
feel free.
Just don't fight us.
And he does come.
Of course he does. Of course he does.
Who's missing a good scrap?
Because none of these jobs are real.
Yeah.
There's no cops. That's not really.
It's a frontier town.
They literally just beat up hobos anyway. Like, now they're just doing it with hobos and face paint. That's their job anyway. Like, they're not keeping order.
Yeah. Yeah, they're just giving Catholics the what for. Like, that's their job. Like, all they have to police is Catholics that aren't doing anything. They're just being Catholic.
Well,
They're in the streets.
Yeah.
Go back to your homes.
Yeah. Stay inside, Kathy. Is that a slur?
Papist. No, Kathy's not a slave. Should be.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, for a Catholic.
So they went to where the circus was set up, cleared out all the local farmers and merchants who had their shop set up to make an extra buck.
Okay.
I was like, hey, shit's about to go down.
Yeah, like pack
might
up
wanna get outta
pack
here.
up your wares. We're about to murder everyone here.
They ended up setting fire to the traveling band's tents and opened up the cages to let loose the circus animals while chanting dirty, rotten clowns.
How do you chant that? That's such a long chant.
Dirty, rotten clowns.
There you go. Yeah, okay. That works. Oh, my God. It's like Revenge of the Nerds, but dirty, rotten clowns.
What?
Nerds, clowns. That's how
Yeah.
it went.
Yeah.
That's how the post fight
Just
shit
an
went.
ogre dude doing that.
Yeah.
I just want to know two things. One, how many people did the animals kill? And two, how many animals died? Because if you remember from the P.T. Barnum episode, probably in part thanks to shitty firefighters, a whale was boiled alive.
Yeah,
People forget.
yeah.
A whale was boiled alive.
in a tank.
We didn't forget. We would never forget.
Sometimes I just think about that.
It's like
Like, I'll just
an
be- I'll be-
entire whale.
Yeah.
I'll be in my bed at night.
Yeah.
And I can't go to sleep because I'm just thinking about
A whale boiling alive.
At that point,
one of the like top 10 most sentient animals on Earth, boiling alive.
watching people not let it stop boiling
Yeah.
alive.
In a place it just doesn't understand.
A small water box.
Yeah.
With like a twig in it. Like at that point, do you just let it keep boiling? It's like, well, we might as well eat it.
It's just like,
But again, we're talking they're letting loose tigers and lions
And bears?
elephants,
Yeah.
and giraffes. Fucking giraffe on the loose.
I don't think a giraffe's going to do anything.
It's going to be confusing.
It's going to be confusing, but like I've seen a video of a guy climb a fence and jump on a giraffe and ride it around at a zoo.
Okay, well let's paint
Recently.
the picture, right? The white and blue tent goes up in flames. Animals are running everywhere.
Yeah. See, the
There's a
elephant.
mob of the Orange Order, hundreds of people just chanting dirty, rotten clowns.
Right.
Yeah, this is quite the scene. It's not one animal in particular that's a problem. It's the entire event that's taking
Somebody
place.
had to be trampled by an elephant, is what I'm saying. That's just what I want to know.
So the circus performers come out because obviously where they're at is on fire.
I mean, they're leaving in the same
Natural move,
direction.
natural move, yeah.
And as they come out of the tent, the firefighters and the mob start chucking stones in their direction.
So they're not fighting the fire.
The fire's fighting with them in this one.
Yeah. The firefighters and the fire have allied
They've
to
drafted.
fight the clowns.
They're like, listen, fire, we know we've been putting you down for a while, but here's the thing. We want you on our team for once.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Yeah, that's a classic. People don't know that, but clowns and fire, it's a long storied history. It's
Yeah.
a rivalry that is unmatched.
Well, I mean, fire surely doesn't appreciate clowns taunting it by lighting hoops on fire and jumping through them.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's just dissing fire.
Oh, yeah. So they start chucking rocks, and then they storm the group with pikes and axe handles, beating the clowns and other circus members to a pulp or driving them to dive into a nearby lake for safety.
That's probably the
Sure.
safest place you could go, considering the fire.
Considering the fire.
Yeah. I mean, when the fire's on one flank and the firefighters are on the other, just jump in a lake. I
Yeah.
fucking guess, dude. Like, they're not going to swim after you. Also, people can't really swim. at this time in history.
No.
Oh,
I mean, there's
shit.
people who know how to swim for sure, but like, it's not like every fucking
You weren't
toddler goes to
taking-
swimming lessons.
You weren't
Yeah.
taking lessons at like
Right,
5,
right. So there's a lot of people that just get in and are like,
I'm sure like in-ground pool deaths weren't really high either, so there wasn't really a need for toddler swimming lessons.
Right.
Yeah.
How many in-ground pools were there in the United States?
That's
or
what I'm
Canada?
saying.
North
That's-
America. There's
yeah.
you could probably list them on your hand.
You could probably connect the correlation of children death in pool with the rise of the middle class in mid 20th century.
And that's why I think we should get rid of the middle class, is
Well-
to prevent pool deaths.
Well on our way.
the first swimming pool was in the United States in 1868.
So this is before.
So this is before swimming pools.
They're not a pool in today's sense of the word. It was built to serve a neighborhood where most could not afford homes with baths. So it was like a bath/pool.
Oh, that's
1907, Philadelphia saw the United States' first above-ground swimming pool.
above ground.
Yeah.
champions again. First.
Philadelphia, your hometown, invented the above-ground swimming pool.
That's on brand.
Can we find out where that happened and put a plaque up?
It's fucking Delco, dude. What are you talking about?
I know, but like we need to take some of our money, find out where the first above ground swimming pool is, and put up a plaque that says "Here was erected."
Fuck a plaque. We need a sculpture. Like we need a bronze pool.
A sculpture of a pool is a pool.
Growing up,
Just so you know.
My neighbor actually had an above ground pool, and I used to go over, and I thought they were like so well off
Yeah,
because they had an above ground.
So they build a deck around it.
that's the only way to even remotely.
Yeah. I respect the deck around the above ground
If
pool
it's just a ladder.
It was just a ladder.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, for whatever reason, if you had an above ground pool or like if you had a trampoline in your backyard, you were loaded.
Yeah.
That means you can afford the health care from the broken legs. Of
Oh
your
no,
children.
you don't actually get the insurance on that. You just keep it on the hush hush.
I want a below ground trampoline. One built into the
you
ground.
dig out the hole. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty sick,
It
actually.
would be way safer, I imagine.
How?
You don't land.
Oh, you don't fall. Yeah, you
Yeah.
only like
That's actually-
knock into the side of the.
Yeah.
The first broken bone I ever had was my nose on a trampoline.
A lot of people's first broken bones are on trampolines, dude.
My buddy AJ just taking like I fell and then he fell. His knee just kind of like curb stomped me into the metal.
Sick.
Yeah, that's fun.
It's always funny when like I remember like as a kid like sometimes like two people would team up to like launch you without you knowing or whatever. Like
Yeah.
I forget how you do that again. It's like they bounce before you do at
They
the same
bounce
time.
when you're coming up. They're bouncing down.
Yeah, yeah,
So it's
yeah.
like a blob, basically.
Yeah.
I got bounced so high one time I saw into someone's second story window, like a fucking 80s movie. It was terrifying.
Sick.
So we used to backyard wrestle on the trampoline. That's where we started. And we also did slam ball. That was a big slam ball phase. Remember that?
I remember slam
Pat
ball. Yeah.
Croce's endeavor,
Spike TV.
Spike TV.
Yeah.
Former owner of the 76ers, or not owner, but I guess GM, whatever. Principal or president.
Wow,
of
great Philly
operations.
ties all around.
I know, so many. So the police showed up, watched idly by, and actually joined in the mayhem. And this didn't end until the mayor came.
Oh, no, the mayor's here.
Yeah.
But he
We'll
came.
never get a circus in this town again.
The mayor came with a local militia.
Sick.
So they had to, the militia kind of broke everything up. The mayor apparently stopped a fireman from killing a clown by grabbing the axe out of his hand.
Oh my god. Well, it's time a clown got scared of an axe for once instead of the other way around.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Couldn't agree more. I fucking hate clowns, by the way. I didn't mention this, but I'm team firefighter
Do you
here.
actually have a fear of clowns?
I don't have a fear. I didn't like them when I was a child. I did have a fear
Does
of them.
anyone actually enjoy clowns?
I think actually that clowns used to be a legitimate joy, and then Stephen King ruined that. Like there's
I
an
think
actual
John Wayne
statistic-
Gacy might have ruined it.
Well, true.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really just probably inspired by John Wayne Gacy.
Yeah. Yeah, probably.
But
Ugh.
Gacy wasn't killing as a clown.
No.
He just did clown work.
But when you see the pictures of him as a clown, and then you know what he did to all those boys.
But have you ever seen like a child actually enjoy a clown?
No.
I don't remember. Like when I was growing up, I was very indifferent to clowns.
I've seen it as a kid, and I remember thinking like, you people are simple.
Basic
Yeah.
babies.
You people are idiots. But then the clown would like make a dope animal balloon that I wasn't expecting, and I'd be like, okay, this clown's dope.
Made a snake? What the fuck?
Yeah.
I feel like
what-
you could still do that without dressing up like a clown.
I guess. But where's the pageantry in that?
Rob's all about pomp, man.
Yeah.
Pomp and circumstance.
Right. So it gets broken up. Of the hundreds of rioters that showed up and burnt down the circus, only 17 were arrested, and only one convicted, as police were on the scene conveniently couldn't remember which of their fellow Orangemen were in the riots.
Well, it's hard to tell, right?
Yeah.
Such a big melee. Well, what are you going to do?
Yeah, couldn't. I guess they had one fall guy. Just one fall guy to take all the blame.
There always is.
So there's an orange guy that got.
No, just one guy. Of
It's
the
just a firefighter
entire incident.
that they already didn't like. And they're
Yeah.
like, it's, Carl started it.
Yeah.
Like, fuck Carl. He was out of control. So just arrest Carl.
Carl was moonlighting as a clown anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
The clowns and the entire circus gets chased out of town. They don't return, obviously. They just
This feels just like a normal hazard for a circus at the time. Being chased out of town, whether by firefighters whose whores you had sex with in front of them, or some weird religious
I was going to
group.
say it's got to be religious. Yeah.
Like, a circus has to keep its head on a swivel at all times.
Yeah. Why do you think it's a panoramic round top? It's a round top, right?
Yeah.
You got to be able to have all the views.
You got to be able to just get the fuck out of there as soon as people sniff out that you're freaks or are scaring children, or you're clowns or defiling local prostitutes.
Yeah. I mean, that's factual. Like, you can't just let them run amok. Like, I think this is a perfect example of why, like, okay, how many days are you here? You got to establish that early.
Right. They have to travel.
Yeah. It's like, they're not, if they don't,
Yeah.
they get set on fire.
Clowns and house guests go bad after 3 days, I think is the saying.
Yeah.
Now, this actually kind of led to the regulation of police force in Toronto.
Speaking of clowns.
Goddamn liberals.
No more than 5 clown penises will be allowed to be taken out in any one building.
No, this was actually kind of like the first defund the police movement.
Okay.
Was kind of inspired from, I guess, the city of Toronto and Canada as a whole just had enough of these, the police not really doing anything.
Yeah. They're just like, what? You're going to go murder some clowns? All right, well, some of us will come to help. And then eventually we'll arrest whoever you like the least.
Because the police chief was like a former tavern owner who was not obviously qualified for his position. And
Again,
no such
no one's
thing.
qualified.
No such
yeah.
so the
Doesn't even exist.
public demanded changes be made to the force, and by 1859, the force fired just like the majority of them and got rid of the police commissioner.
This could just be the prequel to Police Academy.
Is it?
It should be.
It should be.
Yeah. Like, clown riot happens. They have to hire a bunch of new cadets. This is a fucking reach, dude. I'm sorry. I don't know what you want from me.
I also just want to, I don't think the police commissioner did anything that wrong. He wanted those dirty clowns out of his town.
Yeah, they were causing a riot.
Right. And honestly, I assume circuses were for, the dumbest people.
I mean, for people.
Right.
Dude.
It ain't the opera.
There's nothing going on.
Yeah. So you go, you look at a tiger, you look at some
Like, most of them probably aren't looking at
person
books.
with a terrible skin condition that they call the lizard man.
Yeah, it's just like fucking psoriasis.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, the lizard guy.
Yeah, the lizard boy. And he's just like, I'm so thirsty.
It's the dehydrated kid they keep in the sun.
I'm so thirsty. Yeah, they just give a kid skin cancer. Because he's like,
It's very circus of them.
Of course it is. There's not even any funnel cake yet, I assume.
Oh, God. That's a sad circus.
Yeah.
I
Maybe turkey legs.
Oh, dude. I fuck with the turkey legs, though.
Fuck yeah, I fuck with the turkey leg.
I would go to a Renaissance fair right now just to eat the turkey leg.
There's a medieval part of Six Flags that always sold turkey legs that I was all about. Anytime I see a fair turkey leg, I get that fucking turkey leg.
It's kind of shitty. You have to buy a whole turkey just to get the leg. Like, there should be places that you can buy turkey
You
drumsticks.
can buy turkey legs.
Where?
Whole Foods, some of them here.
Okay, I don't want to pay $30 for 2 turkey
No.
legs.
Then just get the whole turkey. No. Use all parts of the animal.
Just get a rotisserie chicken
Just
for
like the Croatans.
$7.
Yeah, I do that.
That's the best value.
Always get the rotisserie chicken.
Always. The police force kind of gets reformed for the first time in 20 years after this. A liberal Reform Party candidate wins the mayor election.
Because the entire police force and much of the fire force was murdering random visitors who...
Yeah, they kind of push the orange order out.
Right. That'll happen sometimes. There'll be like a spark event that'll be like...
And this is it.
Yeah,
this is
like
their downfall.
God damn it, dude. Like, everyone just showed up to that circus and lit it on fire. Like, there was a tiger in my backyard. Like, I just can't... We need some change.
Change?
Yeah, and they did it.
They did. So, who was today's Hitler, do you think?
Today's Hitler... You know, at the end of the day, I kind of think... I always feel most comfortable victim blaming, so I'm going to blame the clowns.
I actually agree with you on that.
Yeah.
Clowns.
I think the clowns probably did something fucked up.
Yeah.
They also beat the shit out of them the first time.
Right.
Like the clowns one-on-one. I mean, they won that fight.
Clowns on a level playing field beat the shit out of the firefighters. Now,
Firefighters had to bring like 100 men.
Yeah. How often do you think the firefighters... And again, look, let's go back to this for a second because we can't discount it. The firefighters were probably fighting like men.
Yes.
Like men. You know, like Duke's up and we're going to box or whatever. And the clowns were biting off fingers. They were scratching eyes.
Bringing out mallets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the big like squeaky mallets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doing all kinds of shit. These are clowns. They're not going to get in a boxing match with you.
It's not a fair fight.
No. They're the type of person. It's like professional wrestling. Like you think it's going to be a fair fight, and then they just pull a bunch of barbed wire out of their sleeve and start whipping you with it. You know, like
William Regal's bringing out the brass knucks.
Yeah, like these clowns don't fight fair.
Ty Jerry's just blowing poison in your face.
That would actually be really funny if some clown was just like, just a bunch of arsenic. It just blows in a firefighter's face.
You'll die in 6 years.
Yeah.
Or like 10 days. I don't know. Oh, man. Yeah, no, I'm going with clowns as well, just because, one, they imprison animals, okay? And we know what happens to those animals. They boil alive in vats like that whale.
Or they get the clowns probably put their cigarettes out on them.
Like Topsy.
And they get eaten
cigars.
or stompled or whatever. And then,
Stompled, yeah.
Yes.
Stompled is...
Stompled.
Yeah.
You know. Words. Anyway. Yeah. So that. Also, fuck clowns. Who are they behind that mask?
There's no mask.
There's paint. That's a mask.
Of a sword, I guess, yeah. It's like makeup.
Yeah. Aren't we all wearing masks, Dan?
And they've got to just be... And again, these clowns are carnies.
Yeah.
This isn't like your weird friend Steve, who went to a clowning academy and does kids' birthdays.
Oh. Do you know what the name of the famous clown academy is? Clown
No.
school?
What?
Lecoq.
Perfect.
Lecoq?
Lecoq. Sacha Baron Cohen went there.
Where is it? France?
France, yes.
Yeah. France has like a history. There's like a whole King of the Hill episode about like medieval clowning where Bobby like takes a clowning class.
I honestly hate mimes more than I hate clowns.
They are cousins.
Yeah.
They're of the same brood.
Yeah.
For sure. But they're freakier because they don't talk.
Are
Do
they?
clowns talk, though?
Clowns, a lot of times they don't.
It's very nonverbal, the comedy.
I think a lot of it was nonverbal, and then maybe they like kind of made it verbal because like obviously Bozo's just like, hey kids.
Man, that was good.
Nailed that.
Good clown voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey kids, I'm gonna murder your fire department. Who wants to bleed?
I think we also kind of
Clowns are
glossed
fun.
over, though. So, I mean, this is kind of like the two worst groups getting into a fight with the clowns. And then you have the firefighters who would just obviously rob.
And we're not saying
Rob you blind
modern
when your place is
firefighters are
burning
shitty,
down.
like we did a couple episodes ago.
Well, maybe.
Yeah.
But who knows what they're up to these days? We're not keeping tabs on them.
I would honestly respect a firefighter if my house caught on fire and they were putting it out, but someone walked out with like one of my smaller TVs. I'd be like, all right,
You can have it.
you don't make enough.
Yeah.
I get it.
Fair enough.
You got the baby first, right?
We're going back.
Yeah.
We're going
you're going back? Okay, that's fine.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
fine. And I was like, do me a favor, actually, just pick up the crib with the baby. I could use the whole thing. So,
We'll see what we can do.
yeah.
What they lack in salary, they make up in pussy. Usually.
do they?
Yeah, firefighters pull.
Yeah.
Usually.
We were doing a charity bag drop-off when I was working with the Chive at different fire stations. Girls get excited about firefighters.
That's interesting. I never knew that.
You didn't know that?
No.
Chicks do dig firefighters.
All right.
Man. That's a real thing.
You know what clowns lack in salary, they also lack in pussy. So.
Not getting a lot of dubs as a clown.
No, not at all.
Unless you're in a really
Which is
freaky
why
stuff.
they try to cut
which
in
is
line.
why you just murder. I'm gonna bite your nose off.
Do you think that's how the fight?
Yeah.
The audio was of that fight.
If you don't let me cut in line, I'm gonna murder you. I can just. That's what
Rob,
all day.
yeah, dude. Oh my
And
god.
now go back and forth between that and the Irish firefighter.
Get out of the fucking line, you fucking clown. I'll kill you if you make me. I'm fucking that ninja before you are, you fucking trash carny piece of shit. I'm gonna bite your jugular if you don't let me fuck that pussy.
Oh, can we just have given him? Can you just written lines to like dramatize this and given it to him?
I really should have.
Oh my god.
All right. You guys learn anything today or no?
I learned Rob has an incredible clown voice. Should have known. Should have known.
Great to know. It's great to know.
Yeah, it's God.
What about you, Rob?
I learned that Toronto hated Catholics. That was pretty interesting, actually. Like everywhere, just fucking hate.
To this day, they actually don't celebrate St. Patrick's Day in Toronto.
Seriously, or is that just a made-up fact?
I just made that up.
Oh,
Okay, it
fair
sounds
enough.
made up. Yeah.
Don't ever lie to me again.
He's meant that.
Yeah, never.
Are we sure that's not like your true calling?
Clowning.
Yeah.
I think you might need to
clowning
get
around.
into it.
Yeah.
I'll do that. I'll do that voice when I get home tonight, just to piss
Oh,
off my
dude,
wife.
your wife's
Oh,
gonna
do it
hate
when
that.
you're like actually intimate with your wife.
Okay, I will.
See how that goes.
Yeah. What if I just I'll be like about to go down on her, and I'll start pulling ribbons out, and just be like, didn't expect that. And then I'll have more time for this show because we'll be divorced.
And she
Oh
might
my
get-
god, how do you
she
do
might get
that?
full custody,
that like
too.
hurts to do.
You won't have to watch your kid either.
Yeah, it's fine. And he won't, he'll enjoy me as a clown until, he's 7, and then he'll be like, this is pathetic.
Yeah, and then he'll.
But honestly, there's more honor in clowning than being a podcaster.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
is you being a clown what results in Rory being adopted by me?
Yeah, I think that's part. and then
that's
I get
your
back,
origin
Then
story.
I get back into musicals.
Yeah.
But it's maybe it's like a clown-related musical.
It's Oklahoma, but clowns.
Yeah.
For anyone that doesn't get that reference, check out the Patreon, Rory's War.
Yeah, it's your fault for not giving us more money.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Go to patreon.com/softcore history. Got an extra episode each week. We kind of switch it up there. This week, Wednesday, we have a history mystery about Roanoke.
We solve it.
We do. We solve it. It's case closed. Yeah, witches did it.
Well, spoiler alert.
No, witches didn't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then softcorehistory.com. Buy some merch, please and thank you. Got some Topsy tees still. Got some.
Yeah, those are
regular
still moving.
Softcore history shirts. The Mike Malloy 2 Irish to Die shirts. Maybe we should make a new shirt for the Irish with this episode.
What?
Just 2 Irish to walk on the streets. Like
Of Toronto? Yeah.
Too Irish to live.
Yeah. Irish need not apply. And it's just from Canada. I don't know. Well, we need to make the Bone Ladder shirt. Ladder of Bones.
that is true.
Ladder of Bones is we literally got a request to make that shirt.
We got to
All
make
right,
that
well,
like
we're not making a shirt for one dude. Like
if we were to make that shirt too, it'd have to be like a death metal type graphic where it's just like a skeleton climbing a ladder of skeleton bones.
Yeah.
And it just is ladder of bones.
Yeah.
I just want a T-shirt with clowns throwing fists with firefighters.
What about just what was the circus called?
The circus.
No. It was SB Howe's Star Troop. The word I can't pronounce in circus.
Menagerie.
Menagerie.
Yeah, it's just like SB Howe's Star Troop Menagerie and Circus Clowns, Toronto Whorehouse Fight Champions, 1855. We also still need to make, we never made it from the previous podcast, the Rutgers Championship shirt.
Clowners by day,
Champions.
lovers by night,
Yeah.
drunkards by choice and ready to fight. That's the fucking...
Also good.
Yeah.
And then, of course, leave a review on iTunes, 5 stars if you can, and then Spotify 5 stars. That's super easy. You just kind of click the button. But yeah, we appreciate you guys listening. We appreciate you guys tuning in each week. Appreciate the patrons we have, especially so.
Don't forget to vote tomorrow. There will be an Instagram post going up here soon once the episode drops, and whoever you want to see pay for Lonesome Dove for the boys.
No, it's just who won the contest. Be fair.
Yeah.
You gotta be real. You gotta say who's hotter. Don't do it as a meme. Don't do it as a joke. Be like, who would you rather smash? And I know our audience is mostly female, so it should be pretty easy to.
It's a bunch of dudes.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of dudes.
But who would
this
you
one.
rather smash?
Yeah, who'd you rather fuck?
Yeah.
Actually, I might have you on this one.
You will. You're
Yeah.
gonna have me.
Well,
little bit more.
I think you're gonna pull the upset.
I might.
I am fully expecting to pay for this dinner.
We'll see. We'll see. Good luck to you, Dan. I wish you the best.
And you as well.
Thank you. Happy birthday, buddy.
Happy birthday to you as well. For Jake Goldman, Rob Fox, I'm Dan Regester, and you just got soft served.